Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Season 2, Chapter 2 ABC Crew Awards. Let's get straight into it, fellas. First of all, how are we feeling, man? We got to witness a whole season from start to finish, and now we're getting into June 6th, pay-per-view 2. This is exciting times right now.
We're around the corner. It's around the corner. Let's go.
1 week away.
1 week.
Literally.
1 week away.
I think the supporters and fans out there watching are going to be really intrigued with the awards we chose, and we're going to explain why and how these awards came about when we get to them. Anything else we get started, fellas?
Bro, the growth of TNC in this scene, from whenever the inception was, 2022, 2023, whatever, to now,
Man.
Crazy. A lot of work to do still, but we're pushing it forward.
Yep.
Absolutely. Let's get straight into it, fellas.
Drum roll, please.
All right. Starting off, we have the best newcomer of Chapter 2, Season 2. Goes to none other than Bino.
Hey!
All right. I feel like we have to elaborate a little bit on this one.
Yes.
Keon is a big-time fan favorite, obviously. But with the day missed, Bino put in a lot of work. So I just want to answer that question for the people that are thinking Keon. I think it's just because he missed that full day.
Yeah.
You know,
Brother, the Frigga win, the way he performed in threes, he was an anchor for them in a lot of one-on-ones to 100. He did his thing, man. He showed out. Like, I would love to see him back. So he did his thing this season.
And actually, I mean, we can't forget the very first game of the season, him and Iso Tay really could have went either way. He was one bucket away from getting that win. So, and like I said, with the 3v3 game, he had one game where he had like 32 points, 16 boards. So he was just super dominant, man. And the thing for Keon is recency bias too. He did play 2 games, but the last game he played in was such a freaking phenomenal showing. People are going to forget what Bino did for the longevity of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Bino, man, both sides of the ball. Great job all season, was engaged all season, just a professional to work with and watch him work. Could shoot it, high IQ, definitely deserving of this award here.
All right, fellas, moving on. We have the best team player of Season 2. Now, this one was tough because we were going back and forth between 2 guys, and we almost went award. but we put our 10 toes down, and we are going with none other than.
Hold on. So.
Oh no, I'm waiting for you. You good? That's why I didn't press no button yet.
Wait, what's going on?
My TV turned off.
Yeah.
But we can see you perfectly. We can see you.
Yeah.
I can hear y'all.
Yo, don't. Hey, listen, Millie.
Hello?
Do not cut any of this out. Do not cut any of this out, Millie.
Oh my God.
Where is my
Is he looking for the plug? Are you looking for the plug right now? Oh my gosh, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Get some accountability merch. We've been holding this accountable all 2025. You need to get some accountability merch now.
Moving forward, we have the best team player of Chapter 2, Season 2. It was between 2 guys for us. We almost went award for these guys, but we stuck with this guy in particular because he played very well in a lot of the threes. Without further ado, the award goes to Jay Horn.
Great job, Jay Horn this season in the team setting 3v3s. You got a master class. You and Frigga went at it and won 3v3. You ended up winning that game. You was going crazy in the other 3v3s. You were the go-to guy in the threes for Team Born Ready, and you performed each time you went out there, bro. Although you get some criticism this season for other things, that doesn't take away what you did in the team setting this season. You were the best player in this entire season doing so, man. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
1 second.
No way.
Hey, spam Uncle Mills. No question.
He's no longer Unc. He's OG Unc.
You guys forget I have control of the editing process. Jay Horn. I feel like this was either Tay or Jay Horn's award on top. As Sel said, we kind of thought about doing a co-award here, but when you really look back, I think Jay Horn averaged the most. His shooting percentage was probably the highest, and it just seemed like he had the best feel. It's hard to go against ISO Tay here, so I do want to give him credit because we did consider the co. But Jay Horn was phenomenal. I know he got a lot of flack, like B said, for the day situation and the ducking, but he did have a great season. He played great basketball.
Absolutely, and I think that day matchup, we got a little bit of a taste of it in that first 1v1 to 100, like the first part of it, where it was kind of anticlimactic because he shot the free throw for 3 points. So he didn't technically have 20, and they didn't play to 30. So I would love to see that game actually happen. They have to play to 30. It has to happen.
Yep.
Moving forward, we have the season's best 1v1 player. You could go with 2 guys here, potentially. But I think this one in particular stood out the most in the 1v1s and the 1v1s to 100. And it goes to none other than Hoodie Kale.
Hoodie.
Yeah. Hoodie Kale, man.
Welcome back.
Kale, man. There's crazy no better. Comeback. Listen, if we did like year awards and we did comeback player of the year, dog. Yes. Kale would definitely get it. His trajectory has been insane. He's been answering the call in terms of high pressure rivalry games.
Yep.
And look, the skill set, the jab series, he's been shooting the basketball really well outside of probably one game in the 1v1 to 100, the last game. Other than that, he shot the cover off the basketball the entire season. Man, just tip my hat off to him, man. Great job. Great job.
I think he was pretty worn down by that 1-on-1 to 100. I mean, he was overutilized this season for sure, but answered the call every time and had a huge like you said, that win against Mike was massive. That just keeps his trajectory on the upwards. If he loses that hurts his pay-per-view stock, his comeback arc in general, but he wins that and then he turns around and plays great again in a 1-on-1 against Mike and a 1-on-1 to 100. So there's no doubt. Who are y'all considering for a second place here?
Can I be honest?
Yes, that's what I was curious when you said that. So
it was just for the thrill. I was capping.
Okay. I was like, oh wait, what?
Yeah, no, it was Kel for sure. Because you got to think about this too. Even I think he played 2 tag team 1v1s, one against B Dawson Ryan, and then I think he played against Mike. Now we move on to the chapter 2, season 2, all second team. So this is where we get into the top 10 players of the season in particular, starting with the bottom of the 10. We're going with the second team here first. This list right here, we went back and forth with a few guys to add to this and take off, but I think this first 5 right here is the second best 5 of the season. According to the ABC crew. So without further ado, chapter 2, season 2, all second team goes to Mike Harden, Keyshawn, Devontae Friga, Ryan, and Burke.
Now, there's one thing I do want to point out. Ryan, a guy that was second to last pick?
Last pick,
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Comes on to the season after feeling disrespected and stamping himself, dog. That is huge to me. 2 1-on-1 wins, a great 1-on-1 appearance against Hoodie Kale in the tag team 1-on-1, man. Ryan, bro, way to make people respect you. Great job.
Yeah, he earned it. Ryan earned his respect this season. I feel like he could have been utilized more in the team setting. I think he fits well in a 3-on-3 setting or team setting in general with this skill set. He can shoot the ball. He's high IQ. He's got good pace and understanding of spacing. So I think he would have played well in the team setting. He wasn't utilized as much in there, but he definitely did everything with his opportunity this season.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. Just piggyback on what you guys are saying. I think for Ryan, he wanted to play in as many games as possible. It's just Bees didn't find places for him to play, which sometimes happens when you're on a team full of Burke, Friga, and Rob, and Tay, and guys of those guys of that stature, or guys of those. I can't talk today, fellas. Holy crap, guys of that stature. But yeah, I think Ryan shocked everybody this season. I think he's well deserving of this too.
Let's go down the list though. I mean, Mike and Kel's 1-on-1 was amazing. Mike could have won that game. He was one shot. That ball went in and out from beating Kel. So he played really well and led a lot of that game. Kel's just resilient. And then Mike went on to the 3-on-3s. He had the 1 3-on-3 with Tay where he cooked. He cooked, hit the game-winning shot, played his role really well, played off the ball, and just played his role really, really well. So I know people might look at Mike and be like, I know he got a lot of kind of backlash this season, but he had a really strong season. Keyshawn shot the cover off of it. You know what I mean? Friga, dominant win over Jay Horn. And then Burke, man. I mean, he was consistent. He was consistent.
Yeah. I think for me, it's Friga as well, bro. The way him and Jay Horn popped it in that 3v3, and then he turns around the next day and he plays Jay Horn and he wins in convincing fashion. Convincing fashion. I think Friga stamped himself once again in a season and playing pretty decent in the threes, and he was called upon to get into the game. He wasn't a liability. He made shots when called upon. So yeah, Burke, obviously, Burke didn't play as much as I thought he should have in 1v1s, but when he was called upon, he won. So it's warrant to be on second team for sure.
Absolutely, man. I think you guys hit the nail on the head. I have nothing really to add to that, man. Let's go ahead and get to the first team. Without further ado, this is the best 5 we saw or that we've seen or that we think fit the criteria to be all season 2 first team. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Isote, Hoodie Kale, Bino, Jay Horn, and Rob. I'll start us off here. The first 3 to me were no debate. Actually, the first 4. Actually, all 5. The reason why is because the more I thought about it, the more I went to go back and watch the games, I said, man, recency bias really destroys the narrative a lot of the time. When you go back and watch day 1, day 2, these 5 guys in the games they played phenomenal. Although Rob might have had some losses in the team setting, things of that nature, but he's always showed up to play. And I think that set the tone, that set the precedent going into day 3, where it's like now you're seeing everything in real time, and then you see the performance of a Keon and you see the performance of a Rob to end the game. So it's like now you're seeing their actual performances in real time on the last day. So then the recency bias kicks in even more. But if you go back and watch, these 5 guys right here had the most consistent, or had the most consistent games this season.
Yeah, Millie.
I really think Tay speaks for himself. Kel speaks for himself in terms of just his one-on-one performances. That enough gets him first team. He was dominant. Bino kind of speaks for himself. He had a little bit of both. He lost to Tay barely. Could have won that game, and it's totally different. A lot of these, like with Bino and Mike, I mean, you're talking they had control of the game and just lost it. If they finish that game, if they score 1 more point, that's a massive turnaround win for them. And I know part of the game is closing. So, hey, there's no excuses. They lost, but I'm just saying they played really well in other settings as well. Jay Horn, best I've ever seen him. And then with Rob, there was 1 3-on-3. He completely controlled, and he was playing fluid and was getting off the ball and then getting back to it and hitting the shots and just played in a great flow. So for Rob, he didn't play up to what like the standard I hold him to, but he still is he still had top 5 performance in this season. So yeah, I think these are kind of no-brainers, but we want to hear what y'all think. If there's any guys that you feel like should be first team or second team, or if you feel we made any mistakes, comment down below. We want to hear that as well.
I will say Rob set such a high bar for himself when he first came onto the scene that sometimes an injustice is made based on he has to perform to that level every single time or every single season. But at the end of the day, he performed in most of his games to a really good standard or to a first team standard based on the guys that were there in this season. And then he also closed for Team We Done Ones in a game where it was 10-9. And if Born Ready takes that game, it's tied for the entire season. Right. And Rob closes that game without Isote having to come on the floor. So if you combine that with his 3v3 Sean's, bro, I think that's probably going to be the biggest debate within this first team, because I think the rest of these guys are straight shoe-ins to me. Like there's no debate for the rest of these guys. But
all right, so I would say these 5 right here to me were the most consistent all season. Super simple. And you guys hit the nail on the head on your guys' explanation, man. You guys did phenomenal explaining it. So just wanted to go ahead and add that into that. Now we get on to the MVP of the entire season.
Whew. This was a tough one.
It was.
This was a tough one. We went back and forth, back and forth, back. You see how I'm building the anticipation cell?
Yes.
Who did we pick?
Ladies and gentlemen, Chapter 2, Season 2, right before TNC 02, the season MVP goes to ISO Tay, baby.
Woo!
Yeah, Tay.
Phenomenal. Great season by this guy, bro. Team setting, one-on-one setting, first draft pick going against the second draft pick, and coming back from 29 to 17. What was the score? Do y'all remember?
Gritty
28
win.
to 17, I believe.
Come on, man.
Or no, 28 to 19.
28 to 19, bro. 11-0 run to close out that game to set the tone for Born Ready. I mean, not for Born Ready, for We Them Ones, and then he performs phenomenally in every 3v3 he's in. ISO Tay MVP, man.
It was hard not
unanimous.
to. It was really hard not to give Tay the with the team because of how well he played in the threes. It was. I mean, even now I'm sitting here like, was it a Jay Horn played he played out of his mind though in the team settings. So, but this was well deserved. Like B said, gritty comeback win. He showed everything. He showed composure. He showed ability to just make easy, good decisions playing with his team. He did it all. He literally did everything. One's team was a positive energy for his team. So well deserved, Tay. MVP. Chapter 2, Season 2.
For Tay, I feel like every series he's in, even the season last year, like any season series he's in, bro, he's always in the conversation for MVP or a most valuable player or a first team or a second team or all defensive team. He's always in the mix because he's one of those guys that's a plug and pull players. You can literally pull him from anywhere and plug him into any type of offense, any type of situation, and he will flourish. He's one of the guys that you do not have to worry about in this space in terms of, is he going to perform under these circumstances? Because he always rises to the occasion, win or lose. And I think this is just phenomenal, showing that he had this season and also solidifying his pay-per-view spot for TNC 02, man. Just hats off to ISO Tay, bro. Phenomenal season. And yeah, that actually does wrap up our award ceremony. Any last thoughts you would like to say before we close out?
Millie, go ahead.
Man, it was a good season. I mean, I know it wasn't, at times the energy was a little low and we understand it, but overall, reflecting, looking back on it, it's always cool when we can do this big production, and appreciate y'all rocking with us, even growing the ABC channel throughout the season. Appreciate y'all.
I'm grateful to be in this position, bro. To, you know what I'm saying, give awards out, let the community know what's going on, and just continuously making videos, informing people, and giving my opinion, man. I don't take it for granted.
Man, with the piggyback on what they said, man, I think if I can find one word to describe Chapter 2, Season 2, it would be gratitude. I think a lot of people fail to realize how blessed the opportunity that is in front of them. And I think they fail to realize and sometimes fail to give thanks to the opportunity that's presented to them from their hard work that's put in, from the TNC as a brand, from whatever higher being you believe in. It's just, I think the word gratitude explains this season, because I'm super thankful to have worked with the guys like A. Millie, B. Ellis, and the production crew, and watch guys compete and just have them, go out there and give it their all, trying to fight for a pay-per-view to be in front of even more eyes on June 6th. It's just a phenomenal thing, and I don't take it for granted, man. But yeah, ABC crew.
ABC family in the comments.
Yes, sir. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Hold on, wait. Accountability.
All 2025. I love this.